Hello? Wake up. Listen to yourself. I'm here as a friend.
First of all, how are you doing today?
I think today I feel as fresh as a lime juice.
Aha, okay, from
Yes.
sunshine to
From
lime.
sunshine to lime juice. My husband was going through his issues with his heart, and because of his heart medication, his entire body's vata completely got disoriented. The muscle power was no more. He absolutely wouldn't be able to exercise, eat. His digestive system was absolutely ulat pulat.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. So that's what happened with us. We got trapped. I was taking thyroid medications back then for 5 years plus. It was only blinding me and making me even more unaware of my own feelings, my own emotions.
Numbing you.
Numbing. Diseases don't need healing because they're not your enemy. Diseases need to be embraced and understood. I would claim to be the best mother to my child,
Yeah.
the best spouse to my husband, the best daughter to my father and mother. I mean, wouldn't I? I would say I'm
Yeah.
the best friend to you. It's like a bling, like
Eureka.
oh my God.
So, hi Nupur, welcome back to our studio. And it's so delighted to have you back. I mean, after the previous session where you gave us so much wisdom, I think I'm very excited to know the next segments and topics from you.
Thank you. Thank you for calling me back. I just felt that while getting ready that, oh, okay, so that means there was something. There was something that was happening. So it's a nice feeling. Thank you for being back.
Yes,
for calling me
for
back.
sure, for sure. So, first of all, how are you doing today?
I think today I feel as fresh as a lime juice.
Aha, okay, from
Yes.
sunshine to
From
lime.
sunshine to lime juice. That's a good one.
Amazing. Wow. So, it's a brand that includes everything.
Yes.
Like under that, you have different verticals, and one
Yeah.
of them is medicine free
Medicine
life.
free life.
That's what I'm fascinated about because I think in today's time, we all are used to taking medication. You know, it's become a big commercial industry. And doctors are constantly prescribing us colorful tabs, and which is not doing good to us, right? Eventually. I
Yes.
mean, we all are aware of it, but we probably don't know an alternative or a solution to get away from it. So this sounds very interesting. How can we make our life medicine free?
This was a question that came to me. How can I make my life medicine free? When my husband was going through his issues with his heart, and because of his heart medication, his entire body's vata completely got, disoriented. The muscle power was no more. He absolutely wouldn't be able to exercise, eat. His digestive system was absolutely ulat pulat. He had a major thing of IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, because of which, again, he could not eat, sleep, he could not exercise. And we did try a lot of things, but we were not able to get him off the illness. That time, we were not thinking how to get off medicine. We were thinking how to get him off his illness. And that is what happens with us. We are so consumed by the illness that we don't think about the wellness.
Nice. Yeah, true.
We are
that.
so consumed that how do I deal with my illness? That we are not understanding that an illness is not your enemy. It's only a messenger. It's only in your life, it has come to you because it wants to make you aware of a certain emotion that you are burying within you. That emotion is the reason why the illness has come, only to create an awareness. And we get stuck with the illness. And how do you get even more stuck? Because of the medication.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. So that's what happened with us. We got trapped. When Medicine Free Life came into my life, when I went to the camp that Dr. Praveen Chordia has, which is called Medicine Free Life, and when I went there and I sat there, like listening to him, his language was not of a medical doctor.
Although being a doctor.
Yes, he spoke like a common man to a common person, making us understand our own body. This is your body. Take responsibility for it. And do I need to be a doctor to understand that? No. I need to be responsible because I am an intelligent being. I am the most intelligent being, and
Yeah.
I would claim to be the best mother to my child,
Yeah.
the best spouse to my husband, the best daughter to my father and mother. I mean, wouldn't I? I would say I'm the
Yeah.
best friend to you. So then, can I not be the best friend to my own body
Yeah.
and understand it the best way, or rather than putting it in somebody else's hand? When I understood that aspect, that it is so easy to understand your body's functions when you remove all those difficult words and names which are given in our books. It's like a bling, like,
Eureka.
oh my God. And when that happened, we were like, let's do this. Let's give this to my body. I went there because of my husband's issues. I did not even realize that blindly I was taking thyroid medications back then for 5 years plus, and I thought it was okay. I didn't have anything. I thought it was perfectly normal to do that.
And this is the only way.
And this is the only way, because that was the only way I was shown. That is when I understood that it's not okay. I understood that, again, those medications were just a way to move me away from the truth. It was only blinding me and making me even more unaware of my own feelings, my own emotions.
Numbing you.
Numbing me. What do they do to you actually, Nia? Think about it. When you keep taking them day in and day out and every day, are they really healing us?
Not at all.
As I told you before, they only make you a legal addict. They only make you a legal addict. They make you understand that a disease needs to be healed. Actually, diseases don't need healing.
That's a statement.
Diseases don't need healing because they're not your enemy. Diseases are only messengers who come to you knocking on your door. Hello? Wake up. Listen to yourself. I'm here as a friend. Diseases need to be embraced and understood, not to be dealt with. Every disease is to be dealt in the same way.
It's an indicator.
It's an indicator. You need holistic lifestyle to heal any disease, literally. So if you come to me today saying, I have thyroid, I have diabetes, I have BP, I have cholesterol, they don't actually need different medications and different things. No. They are only dealing with different emotions.
That's the
Every
root.
illness is a different emotion. A liver disorder is connected with anger. You have anger issues. That's an emotion you're dealing with. It's not about negative and positive. It's an anger. You have to deal with it. You don't do it, the liver will give you a sign.
So does this go back to your chakras? I mean, can we, explain the matrix as to from chakras to glands to organs
Yes.
and then the emotions.
So when I started understanding this factor is when actually my chakra healing and meditation became much more deeper, because then I understood, oh, when you're talking about the Swadhisthana and you're saying it's the space for creation, it's the space that connects you to your creative aspect, then I understood, yes, when we say the Swadhisthana is blocked, and how is it that it's blocked? It's because it's an indication telling you that there is an emotional aspect within you where you're putting too much pressure on yourself, over expectations from yourself. When you do so, your Swadhisthana will be blocked. When you don't connect with your partner, when you have zero emotion, but you're living with them for society, for some other things, what will happen? Your Swadhisthana will be blocked. When you're over worried about something, right? What will happen? Your Manipura will get disturbed. When the Manipura gets disturbed, it gives you an indication. There will be loose motion, constipation. There will be irritable bowel syndrome where you're non-stop. There's always, you're going to the loo. What is that? It's the blockage of the Manipura. So how can you open the Manipura? You open it is, of course, you do meditation. You recognize. And then you work on that particular emotion. The good part in chakras is we have chants.
Yeah.
With every chakra, you have a chant. And when you do Ram, Ram, it's a chant by which we activate the space. There is a blockage there. All the bacteria, the flora, the fauna, which is not good within that space, you are basically allowing it to speak. You're allowing a circulation to happen within you.
Cleansing it.
Yes, you're allowing it to speak to you. What will it do? It'll say, oh boss, there is a lack of good bacteria in your body. Wake up, give it good bacteria, give it good food, fast. It will give you an indication. So when you're doing a chakra healing, when you're opening it up, it's a combination. When we do the Kundalini, there's a combination. It will not heal if you don't give it the right food. Food which comes from the earth, which is the physical food. Food which comes from your emotion. Food which comes from your mind, the thoughts. When this combines, your chakras open up.
So it starts with the chanting, you mean?
It starts with the awareness.
Okay.
The chanting helps us to bring that awareness. So I will be someone who will say, I don't know my emotions. I'm not sure. I can't meditate. I can't really sit. I'm always with thoughts. I'm always disturbed. There are too many things, yaar, Nupur. It's not possible. You are asking me to do something. Chanting helps. Because the chanting allows you to ground yourself. Lam. It is the connection of your perineum with the earth. When you sit on earth and when you connect your perineum with Mother Earth and chant Lam, it is just helping you to ground yourself, helping you to become one. So the chanting helps to make a person just kind of unify yourself.
Balance.
To bring a balance. Once you are in a balance, then the next process will happen. Uske ilawa, then it becomes very difficult.
Yeah.
So the chanting helps us to basically bring that balance in our body.
That's interesting. But so let's say, if I am not aware, for example, which most of us are
Fair
not,
enough.
of our emotions, what exactly is the pain point? I mean, we know something is wrong, but
Yeah.
probably a person is not able to nail it.
Nail it.
So then what is the starting point? Is there a mantra which I can chant as a start, which can make me more aware, and then things follow on?
The first awareness is that disease is not my enemy.
Yeah.
It's a messenger. It's an indicator. Okay. So now what do? Yes. Now I need to become more aware. Suppose if I have a thyroid. Now thyroid is an indication of what? Lack of expression. When you're unable to express yourself. When over time, right from childhood, you've had an issue with expression. You've not been able to speak up. You've not been given the chance to speak up. Or you've been screaming and yelling and shouting about something, but you are not heard. Okay? So what happens? It's not just called stress. It's the pain that you go through because of not being heard. So don't just name it as stress, right? The other thing connected to thyroid, over expectations from yourself. When you are someone who is either non-stop wanting to prove yourself to the world, to someone, to your parents. So you'll always want to be number one. You'll always want to be ahead. You'll always want to be the best. What does the thyroid gland do? It actually slows you down, right? If you think about it. What is thyroid? When the hormones are not getting created. So it slows you down. So we say thyroid ke wajah se you are lethargic. Because of thyroid, you are feeling too low, you're feeling too dull, you're feeling, you're gaining weight. It's not because of that. It's because you are expected to slow down. Your body is asking you to slow down and give yourself a break.
To maintain the balance.
To maintain that balance.
But in both cases, it happens is hypo and hyper.
And the other way around.
Yeah.
Is when you are just not willing to do anything. You don't have the motivation. You don't feel worth it. So you feel worthless.
That's hyperthyroidism.
And then you feel like, I don't need. So then it wants to wake you up. It wants you to get going. It wants you to do something for yourself. Get up, work on yourself.
Wow, that's so profound.
And that is when you need to understand that, boss, I need to do something. And I don't need anybody else's validation. I need it for myself. For this, you have to go for help. Yes, this is where you ask for help. I asked for help, Neha. I received it.
Yeah.
This is where you ask. You go to a person who understands emotions. Not to a person who will say, आप stress लेते हो, आप tablet ले लो, आप ठीक हो जाओगे.
Sleeping pills ले लो.
आप ये medication ले लो, बस आप ठीक हो जाओगे. This is no, आप ठीक नहीं हो रहे हो. आप tablet ले रहे हो, अपने gland को bribe करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो.
And it's making it worse.
That's it.
It's like we're putting something so foreign to our body.
Correct.
And it's rejecting it.
Exactly. How you know it's rejecting it? It's because non-stop it's coming out from your body. You have to keep putting it in. If it was accepting it, then it would have healed. But you're non-stop having to give it and you have to increase the dose, no, after a few years.
Yeah.
So then it's a foreign body. Your body doesn't accept. It doesn't recognize it. I'm not saying medication is wrong. It is very helpful. Today, science has brought us from where to where. We survive so many,
chronic
yes,
illnesses.
No traumas.
Yeah.
Accidents. We survive because of the scientific research. But things that are connected to emotions, don't neglect them. Don't just hide behind a medication. We didn't do that. We took help.
Yeah.
And Medicine Free Life helped to bring that awareness in my life. That nature is my cure.
Wow.
I am the 5 elements and the 5 elements are my cure. You know, today there is a disease which is called as seasonal disorders.
Really?
Yes.
I've not heard of this.
Seasonal disorder. What do you mean by seasonal disorder? It happens to people who have who live in countries where for a long time they are not exposed to sun. They're exposed to darkness.
Like London.
Like Norway,
Mm.
going beyond Norway. So when I was visiting,
Yeah.
I met a lot of people like Svalbard. I had gone all the way. They are exposed to 6 months plus of darkness,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Now, when the darkness falls, they have these superficial lights in their homes,
Yeah.
which help them to feel like it's daytime.
Mm.
And I was speaking to them, and they said that during those times, we don't even meet each other. And when
Oh.
we go out, we literally behave like nocturnal animals
Really?
because we just go crazy, not understanding how to work through this. And because of not getting exposed to the sun, you have so many disorders, so many suicidal attempts.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
one of the biggest reasons of depression in the European region is
Yeah.
lack of sunlight.
Now, forget about that. India, during the rainy season, there's not much sun.
Yeah.
How many people will tell you, I feel so low, I
Yeah.
feel so dull, I don't feel like doing anything?
People dread monsoons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, people fall sick a lot during monsoons.
Yes.
Why? Lack of exposure to the sun. Another example, when you go higher altitudes, above 15,000 feet. So when I trek, okay, we'll always be, wow, the forest, it's so beautiful. Second day, oh, lesser trees, the terrain becomes more dry, higher altitude. When you go beyond 15,000 feet, no trees,
Ah.
no birds, no animals. When you reach about 20,000, when I was doing Kilimanjaro, absolutely raw.
It's like going to Mars.
It's literally just nothing but,
rocks.
you know, yeah.
Very dry.
You know, the only animal which you see there is the spider
Oh my god.
and probably raven.
Ah.
Nothing else.
No
Not
life.
a tree. No life.
And
How is it that there is no life there? Yes, the sun is there. I agree. The sun is there. But there is one thing missing. Can you put a finger on that?
the earth?
Air.
Mm.
We say the air becomes thin. You need oxygen when you go higher in the altitudes.
Mm.
Air is missing.
Mm.
So when you don't get the air, no life survives. When the combination doesn't happen of the 5 elements, life does not survive.
Mm.
And that's what I understood in Medicine Tree Life. That you cannot survive without this
Even one missing element.
missing element.